Everybody, it's NASA coming back with a fourth and final IV flush. So far, we've covered Snapchat, we've covered Apple, we've covered, I think, Novavax. Now we're going to cover Costco and CHWY. The other three videos are somewhere on my feed. I'm not too active on here right now, but I do want to go over these trades because CHWY and Costco both went a couple 100%. IV flush again, guys, for those who haven't watched the original videos. Basically, into a binary event, you'll get juiced premiums, right? The IV run-up will affect all the Greeks. Premiums get a little too expensive to play because they're meant for option sellers just to bank on and profit, collect premium. But when you could wait till the next day and catch the flush, basically, if it's inside that implied move, calls and puts will both lose, option sellers will collect premium, and they'll win. So if you wait till the next day, a lot of the times people will just sell their positions because they're scared. They just want out. Oh my goodness, I paid $300 for these. They're 15, 20, 30. I don't want, just give me whatever, I'm out. I lost the trade. And a lot of the times you'll get the big move at open. So let me show you CHWY, how we played this, and also Costco. So here's the day before, and this was December 8th. December 9th was obviously the Friday that just passed. CHWY calls and puts cook prems were 2 to 3, right? Because it was within the implied move. It was only down 2.29%, and it had a 13% implied move. They had solid earnings too. So like if you go check out their earnings, they had a really solid report. I believe everything across the board was pretty beats Q3 revenues. I think EPS was above top estimates, and on top of that, they have that big short float, right? So I'm already thinking to myself when this comes to play, like if they hold it flat with 13.5% IV, knowing how CHWY can move, this could be a moneymaker for a flush. So I'll show you how I knew if I was going to take calls or puts off open and how it worked out. So again, here's the chart that I posted the day before. That same chart from Twitter. Just imagine this candle wasn't here yet, and I said $45 would be my price target around there. Here's the 10-minute. So here's open, I believe, right here. Sorry. Yep. So this is the 10-minute. Obviously, on the 10-minute, you would have taken calls, right? Right off 40-ish, right off 40, and broke up towards that 45 area. Exactly what you'd expect, but for the flush, I use a lower time frame so I could really see the volume coming in and see if I want to grab these. And I mean, this should be pretty straightforward to everybody. Look at this volume right off open. This is as soon as the bell rings, you get a little sell, not much volume, and then buyers step in heavy break pre-market highs, and now you're over 43, right? They get talking on CNBC, and these things explode to 45, and I mean, opens the door to 43.50 and 45. I mean, this was the 43.50 spot right around here, I believe, right? Yeah. 43.50 was right here, and here's your 45 spot. So great earnings, some short float, lower time frame shows huge volume, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 minutes before you get a real red candle. So that's why this was able to work. And you could see here, it's not really the best because it's NASDAQ and I can't go back in time for options, but you can see these things opened up around 1 penny. So they were a penny. They ran to 142. I didn't pay a penny. I wish I did, but I'm not going to complain, right? I mean, here's the results. I mean, they went absolutely insane, you know. 48 cents to 211, right? 219%, 500%. 33 cents to $1. They end up going 40 cents higher, and you know, just CHWY. So solid flush. Had that volume that we always talk about. First 3 minutes made a beautiful opportunity, and I'll show you Costco and how we played that. Little bit different, but same idea. So notice how with CHWY I showed you good report, great earnings, solid price target adjustments, decent short float, a lot of volume off open. Well, here's another look when that doesn't happen, but you see like a Wall Street darling like Costco. So Costco had a really bad report, wasn't really good. They had kind of gave a pre-announcement about some numbers that weren't going to be good, and that hurt the stock. I think dropped it $30 or something last week. So this week, or Friday, you have earnings, not great numbers, and I'm still saying to myself, I know how Costco moves. You know, when Costco moves, it moves very well. These are the ranges we have. And off open, I'm already saying to myself, you know, close to 10 o'clock, so about 30 minutes into the day, I'm like, Costco trying to go green here. Do they try to put it back at 490? So I know Costco, even with bad numbers, people are still buying this, right? It's Costco. People are buying this dip. It's just how it works with cost. And it holds my spot. I believe that 470 spot, it got back over. So it broke 470 for a little bit, I think. No, it held. So 470 held. And this is the opening candle. I'm not buying this off open, but at the same time, I don't feel comfortable buying puts here because I see it wake up. So I'm like, okay, there's no play in it. But I also, like I mentioned, know how Costco moves. If Costco wants to go $20 in a day from the lows, it can. And those contracts can go 40, 50, $60 to 3, 4, 500. I've seen that happen countless times. So here's your 3 minute. A lot of you guys are like, well, the volume says buy puts. You could have bought puts, but it was already beat up, and it almost met its implied move, I believe. So it's like it had a decent move after hours, and you could have obviously got puts into open right here, but you're gonna buy puts at 475 when it was sitting at 490 the after hour session. So for me, I didn't want to play downside on this. So it was either CHWY upside or downside because they had a good report, but it could have got pushed either way. But Costco, on the other hand, I didn't want to play downside. I didn't feel comfortable playing downside on this name from where it was. So here's the 3 minute chart. 3 minute chart. Sells come in, it holds 470. Buyers step in with big volume. Big volume, big volume. And I say right here, I go and make a tweet. I make a tweet here on this candle. They're trying to go green. Do they push it back to 490? Right? Well, here's what's happened. I made the tweet here on that break before it broke out. And that's what it did entirely. You know, it got the volume. Buyer stepped in, trashed the treasure. Contracts yet again. Contracts for these 490s that I talked about. It could go to 490. 490 is my price target. I'm buying 490s. Again, one man's trash. Things were a penny at the low. Ran to 268. I ended up paying, I think, 53 cents for them. I think I paid 53 cents for them. But, I mean, it was a beautiful trade. I mean, there was a lot of ways to get paid on this one. It gapped, $20 from the bottom. CHWY again. So it all just depends what you're looking for. The whole idea is follow the volume, and find a mispriced premium. If earnings aren't that bad and you don't think they're that bad, and you see buyers step in, don't just start following. Oh, everybody said I'm not touching it, it's going to zero. Like, if you like something, you see opportunity and the risk reward is there, the 3 to 1, 1 to 3, or it's not for me, right? I'm taking it. So CHWY again, couple 100% play. Costco, same story, both from Friday. Both played really well into what you're looking for. Here's your Costco, and here's CHWY side by side. Both paid, both went at different times. It worked out well. So hopefully this helps. Fourth and final IV flush video, a 2-for-1 special, Costco and CHWY. Let's finish the year strong, guys. Big week coming up, and stay level-headed. Let's get it.